Hello, Cousin Johnny here. We'd like to thank our sponsors for the Buzzin' with Cousins show. We thank you. Thank you, that garlic stuff. If you like garlic, you're going to love it. Put it on just about anything. That garlic stuff. Tuesday, Alvarado Farmers Market, or go to thatgarlicstuff.com. Thank you. Thank you, I Heart You Candles and Gifts. 222 17th Street, Pacific Grove. Beautiful hand poured candles made with love. Go see Sherry at 222 17th Street in Pacific Grove. I Heart You Candles and Gifts. Thank you. Thank you, Max Fit Meals, 520 Fremont Street. Grab and go healthy meals. They're delish. On your way from home from work, go grab some, heat them up, and fantastic. Thank you, Suds Cyber Laundry, 709 Lighthouse, Pacific Grove. Great modern machines, big screen TV, coffee, and a great friendly staff. Thank you, Suds. Thank you, the Whiskey Club, 425 Alvarado Street. Over 600 whiskeys to choose from. Go on in, relax, enjoy a nice whiskey. They also have a bottle shop. It's great. Great place to relax and enjoy. Tell them Cousin sent you. Thank you. Bye. Thank you, sponsors, for the Buzzin' with Cousins show. We thank you. Hello, how's everybody doing out there? Cousin Johnny here at the Custom House Plaza, world famous. I'm here with singer, songwriter, musician Dan Cioper. Dan, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. Weather's nice. It's good to be on the Buzzin' with Cousin.
Look at this place, man. We're living in paradise. So Dan, where you from, and how'd you end up in Monterey?
I was born in Austin, Texas. I grew up in St. Paul, Minnesota. So I'm a Midwest guy, and I lived in Austin after 2000 for 12 years. That's when I really got into music. And after a while there, I experienced some loss and some grief, losing my mother and my fiance.
Sorry to hear that. Yeah.
And just kind of wanted to find a new place to be. And, didn't want to spend the rest of my life in Texas,
Yeah.
I like to move around. I like to see different things. And so I just came out to the West Coast and ended up in Sacramento first, and then to stay at my dad's place. And then a year later moved to Eugene, Oregon, because there was rain and hippies, and I like that.
Yeah.
And I spent like 7 years there. And then after COVID, I wanted to get out of Oregon and get some sunshine. So I came to California. I went to Sacramento first to stay with my friend Chowderheart, who produced 5 songs of his. And then that was just kind of a stepping stone. And then I went to Santa Cruz and played music on the street there. And then I met a guy who had a juicing business in Monterey.
Perfect.
And he had regular work for me, so I came to Monterey and kind of like it. It's more mellow than Santa Cruz. And so that was about 3 years ago, almost exactly 3 years ago. And
now Austin, Texas, that's a big music town there.
Yeah.
So you're coming from a music town.
There's a high bar of musicianship there.
Yeah.
It's also hard to get a lot of respect in a place like that.
So you've been here 3 years. So being a local here and going to different music events, it's like all of a sudden you popped up. I don't know how it happened, but you just popped up, and then we saw you at other gigs, and then we saw you another gig. So you're welcomed in this community.
Yeah, well, it's community has been really good to me. A lot of really nice, humble people, and supportive music scene, and great weather, and so I really like the fact that everyone's kind of supports each other, and they're really
Yeah.
really nice. I appreciate nice people.
Well, I grew up right like maybe 3 blocks up here called Spaghetti Hill. So I'm a local
Oh, that's cool.
through and through. And I'm biased, but I feel like we've got the best musicians, the best artists, the best chefs, the best restaurants, the best artists, everything right here in Monterey. That's how I feel. And you're included in that scenario too.
Thank
So,
you. Yeah.
Dan, when did you pick up the guitar?
I learned how to play it around 16 years old, I think. Yeah, I first picked up the guitar. Really, I think I picked up my dad's guitar, and it was I'm left-handed, he's right-handed, and I was like held his guitar like I would like this, like a left-hander would. But it was a right-handed guitar, and he was like, "No, you got to play it the other way." I was like, "I don't want to play it the other way."
Like,
well, then you got to get a left-handed guitar, and then so he bought me a left-handed
like
guitar.
Jimi Hendrix played with the what?
Yeah. Well, he played a left-handed guitar. Well, he played a right-handed guitar left-handed. But,
yeah.
Yeah. So me and Hendrix, yeah, we're like that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
us left-handers. We all know each other.
That's perfect. Yeah. So what are some of the venues that you've been playing around town?
Well, what's really been good to me is playing the farmers markets. I just like to play wherever I can, and I really like playing for people walking by with their kids and stuff, and positive things like fruits and vegetables. Farmers markets are really fun to play. They're not always super lucrative, but I've gotten into playing the Carmel by the Sea one every Thursday, and they really like me there, and that's just been a steady source of income, which is just in all my years playing guitar, which is 26, I've never had so much experience. When you're starting out, you need to get a lot of experience, and you got to play a lot of songs, at least for me, because I'm not really a natural performer. So that's been like really helpful to get me, up to
Perfect.
get my chops up and stuff. And I've been playing got some gigs at like Sly McFly's.
Yeah, I noticed that you've been playing at Sly's.
Shout out to Michael Royster for bringing me in on Johnny Tsunami and getting me in there, and that's
it. Yeah,
me
right.
playing solo there almost every week on Friday or Sunday, and some wineries and Trailside Cafe. That's been a really nice one for me, and Albatross Ridge Winery.
Yeah, those are nice venues there, and I've seen you at the Carmel Farmers Market. That's really great. I mean, the atmosphere is so great there, and I've seen you. I think in the Monterey, you play at Monterey every now and then, right?
Yeah, I did that some, and the Carmel Valley one. I've done the Salinas one. I like the Carmel by the Sea because it's got a lot of the history with Joan Baez having a place there and Bob Dylan visiting and stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool. I've always been a fan of the 60s and 70s music. I write songs about peace and social justice for rallies.
Yeah,
I go to rallies.
I've enjoyed your music. Yeah.
So trying to find a place, people that resonate with that. And,
yeah.
Also trying to make it something bigger than that as well. But I know there's a lot of my favorite music comes from California.
Yeah. Kind of like when I was describing the music that a friend of mine I think I told you, was thinking about doing an event, and I go, I got a guy that'll play, and she said, I don't know him. What kind of music? I say it's kind of like Dylan, that style. You know what I mean? So that's what
Yeah. When I first started writing songs, that's who when I first heard his music.
Yeah.
A lot of his more acoustic stuff, probably in college. I didn't really hear a lot of that in high school, but in college when I heard it, it was ringing like a bell. It was like, and I really like the old blues, like really.
So how did it feel to play with Johnny Tsunami, and then all of a sudden the rock and roll, right?
Well, that's fun. I mean, I'm getting into playing electric guitar more.
Yeah.
I like being able to work on my solos, and we like to jam a lot, and that's kind of fun. Keep it really loose and just have fun.
Yeah, that's a fun party band and great dance band. So, Dan, you play at Sly's. What day do you play there?
Well, I'm playing there this Friday, 3:30 to 6:30 by myself. Johnny Tsunami will be back next Wednesday.
Are you going to be with them?
I'll be with them next Wednesday, yeah. And then in the foreseeable future, I don't know.
You're a busy man, yeah. So I want to talk about this show coming up at the Wave Street Studio. Now, Wave Street is a really great venue for music. I mean, it's just the atmosphere of, you walk down the stairs, you got a stage with the brick rock in the background, and it's a great venue, and so that's going to be a great show. And you're going to open up the act for James Lee Stanley, who has he's done over 30 albums. He has a history of Monterey. He was stationed here. I believe he was at the Defense Language Institute. He lived in the Carmel area. So he's pretty much coming back. And you're going to be opening up for him. And he plays like a folk, Americano, kind of jazz type music. So that's going to be a great show. And when is that, Dan?
That's Friday the 25th of July.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. That's probably my most high-profile gig.
Yeah.
And hopefully it'll lead to other places. It's cool for me to. I'm excited about spanning the generations, and maybe being a part of the ongoing history of the area.
Now, I want to tell the listeners out there, if you haven't been to the Wave Street Studio, it's really a first class event, and it's it's an intimate first class event. Beautiful atmosphere.
Yeah, it's a great spot,
and we're looking forward for Dan to.
And I'm working on getting a band together with my original material. I play a lot of folky kind of stuff solo, but with a band, I'm kind of doing more rock, funk
now
stuff. So I'm excited about that. Maybe I'll bring that to the studio.
Now on the 25th, you're going to be solo, right?
I'm going to be solo, yeah. They didn't want me to bring the band because it's a solo night, I guess.
Okay, yeah, that sounds really good. And this gentleman, James Lee Stanley, has got a lot of good reviews, so it's going to be a great show. So, Dan, I want to wrap it up, but I noticed that you brought your guitar here, and would you be able to treat us to a song before we end this show?
Sure, that sounds good.
Go ahead.
Let me get my capo on. Should I use a harmonica?
I think harmonicas too.
You can cut this, right?
Got it.
All right, this is called Shine a Little Light on Everything. Shine a little light on everyone. Shine a little love and it will be strong. Shine a little peace and it won't be long. You can shine a little light on everyone. Even if you feel like you can't go on. Even if you're lost and your hope is gone. Even if you're lost, you can still shine on. You can shine a little light on everyone. Shine a little light on everyone. Shine a little hope and we'll be strong. Shine a little peace and a loving song. You can shine a little light on everyone. 'Cause I made up my mind, I'm gonna let it shine, shine. I made up my mind, my, I'm gonna let it shine. Shine a little light for the dying children. Shine a little justice, cause we got the feeling. Shine for a life not without meaning. You can shine a little light on everyone. Even if you're old, you can still rock on. Even if you're lost and your love is gone. Even if you're talking about a different God, you can shine a little light on everyone. Cause I made up my mind, I'm gonna let it shine, shine. I made up my mind, I'm gonna let it shine. Ooh. Shine a little light on everyone. Shine a little love and we'll be strong. Shine a little hope and it won't be long. You can shine a little light, everyone. Shine a little hope because it's all that you got. Shine a little more for the melting pot. Shine way beyond the skyline. You can shine a little light on everyone. Shine a little light on everyone. Let it shine a little light on everyone. Let it shine a little light on everyone.
Dan, absolutely fantastic. Now
you.
that song was, is that a cover or?
That was my song.
Wow, that's really a great.
Glad you like it.
I love it. I love it. And okay, so Dan, appreciate you coming.
Yeah,
And
Johnny,
Buzz,
thanks.
appreciate you for buzzing with Cousin.
Hell
and
yeah.
Let me tell you, you just heard Dan play. You can enjoy the Way Street studio on July 25th on beautiful historic Cannery Row. So on behalf of Dan and Cousin Johnny, shine a little light. We're out.